Hello, Unk and friends. Damn, we're starting off strong today. Alex has DHL coming to me. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Sushi. Let me know what you want to do. If you want to do another keyboard, I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad you got compensation. That's awesome. Hey Ace, how you doing? Hello to the sexiest man I've missed. What's up, dude? Keycult alive. What's up, Lamb? Howdy. What's up, Daniel? Hello, everybody. Hi, Hugo. Hi, Albert. Omar, I missed you too, buddy. Dart, what's up, dude? Hello, everyone. Make sure you put your vote in my channel, sir. Vote. Honestly, guys, I've been kind of out of it the last, 12 hours, so... Took you a second? Yeah, Omar, I've been out of it. I'm well rested and stuff. I feel like too socialed out, you know what I mean? I ended up going to that mouse launch for tens yesterday. I got invited by One of Zero, so I went there, and then I spent some time with the One of Zero crew. I bumped into everyone. I was honestly it was too loud. I couldn't hear anyone, so I was already struggling to talk, hence why my voice feels a little bit kind of raspy. So I said hi to some people. I think I'll just wait for the Manta and have you built it with custom patina. Hell yeah, dude. I'm down for that. I'm so down, bro. Hi, Watered. How you doing, bro? I don't know if you can answer this, but has re-releasing Keycult's been a good move for Keycult, like big audience and all that? I mean, I think that's an interesting question. In all honesty, I think that it just depends on what you're looking for. I don't think it's like a beneficial move by any sense. I think it definitely helped people add to their collection, which is really good. It's nice to see people who have been wanting that particular board finally get the board, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we're entering a different era of keyboards. Right now, okay, if you guys want to talk about something, the era of keyboards is no longer strictly just high-end mechanical when it comes to the custom scene. A lot of people are looking at other options now, even more budget options that, kind of rival what the $400 or $500 keyboards were 4 years ago. People are also looking at different types of keyboards, being like Hall Effect, other gaming style things. So I think there's a lot of options that people have on the market right now, that they're not just going for the really expensive hype thing. Now, does that mean the expensive custom stuff is dead? I don't think so at all. I think it's still alive and well. But I think there's just so much diversity in keyboards that it's not really is Keycult doing well? Because I think it's a bigger question than that, you know? We're at the age of keycaps are much more expensive than keyboards. Yeah, some of the keycaps are more expensive than keyboards. So there's definitely that too. But I think, like I said, I think there's a lot more options on the market and ways to build things that not everyone wants the Chase keyboard anymore. There are so many interesting things you can do. And again, with the advent of Hall Effect stuff really going mainstream, more people are looking for Hall Effect stuff. It's the truth. You know how many times I get asked about Hall Effect things? Or just gaming keyboards? Which I think, man, my thought process on this, as someone who uses a lot of Hall Effect as well, and had been really into the analog scene a little bit, I think it's a little overblown. I think the want to go for something Hall Effect is good, but it's not the definition of skill. And I think there's this mindset that if I get the Hall Effect board, this is now my definition of my skill level. Same thing goes with mice and stuff. I think there's a more important thing with my experience with all keyboards and mice and all this stuff. Raw performance matters, but being comfortable with your gear and happy with your gear matters more. IMO. I think that's the biggest thing. I even found that with cameras. Right? With camera gear too, I found that if I'm comfortable and happy with the camera that I'm shooting with, I end up being better at the thing I'm doing. Same thing I found with keyboards. The moment I found something super comfy to game with, the raw performance of something suddenly becomes almost second to what I'm looking for, because I have some crazy performance keyboards, but I don't use them. So the Lucky 80 didn't have something like the QK80, by the way. What do you mean by that, huh? Built my Agar this morning, plateless with MX Brown, long pull swap. This is fun, PC purple. Dude, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm becoming a big fan of light tactiles as well. Tactiles have slowly been coming in my my rotation again. Have you thought about teaching a photography class? I can only probably teach product photography, and very minimally. All of my photography, like what I learned in school, was mostly just like composition and the basics. Everything else was self-taught, just like over the years of just learning. So 100% I switched to Fuji, and it's the first time I've enjoyed carrying a camera. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, even with the peripheral space, it's the same for me. Like, it's the same thing. You have to enjoy what you're shooting with. You have to enjoy what you're gaming with, and you'll notice a big difference. Now, I do think performance matters. Obviously, it does. Like, if someone has a huge advantage on you, but I think with the gaming space, anyways. Actually, I don't think I've ever told you guys this story. I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike Source and Counter-Strike 1.6 way back when. I was actually on, I don't even remember the team name. It was, actually, how long ago was it? It was just a long time ago. But I was actually on like I played competitively. I was in a league. We did pretty well. But, yeah, back then, like, we didn't, like, I don't know. I feel like if I were to look, because I have looked at some of my old videos that I used to take way back then versus now, and I just feel like I cannot compete with 15 years, 16 years ago me versus now. So it's one of those things where I do feel like you have to just know your game and be good at your game, and the gear to me has always come second. Sora, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's my long answer to your question about the Keycult thing, by the way. I kind of got carried away, my bad. I don't know where I was going with that one. Unk Confessions. Is there a GMK mods that can pair with GMK WAB Alpha? I'm not too sure, Lamb. But what do you mean by that, actually? Like, are you saying, like, you want WAB mods too? Do you still have a tactile board you love? I have, okay, it's not with me at the moment, but I have an old Mechanist board that I put Holy Pandas in that I think is, like, lovely. But it's pretty nice. I think that's, like, my favorite tactile board. And then, actually, the recent use of Gatoron Type Rs in the few boards that I built them with have been absolutely insane. So, for real, I stopped buying performance stuff. Hype when I see my when I see me kick my ass. Oh, by 8-year-olds? Yeah. I mean, dude, it's really just how much time you're willing to put into something. And there's also natural skill level. Like, everyone's different, bro. Everyone's different. Like, some people can pick up on things instantly and can master things almost immediately. Some people need, like, years of training. Like, it's just, people are different. We're all going to be good at different things. Same thing goes with, like, what we like, you know? So, I don't know. But yeah, how did your Saturday go? So, quick little thing, guys. The reason why I'm doing this stream so early is because I was like, you know what, maybe I'll go do something outside really quick, run some errands. I stepped outside for 1 second. I said, okay, let me put my slippers on and let me go outside really quick. Let me just, like, walk into the middle of... I got 3 steps outside, and I turned right back around, and I went back inside, and I said, I'm not going to leave the basement today. So that is pretty much my adventures today. It's going to be streaming and cleaning down here. I'm going to try to, like, just not do anything outside today. Maybe for the next 3 or 4 days, to be completely honest. I think I do have to leave my place on Monday to go pick up some stuff. But yeah, we have a full-on heat warning in effect. So that's good, right? We have a full-on heat warning. Does it say what it feels like outside? Oh god, I don't like this app sometimes. Hold on 1 second, guys. Well, it says feels like 31, but it's it's 30 Celsius right now. It's going up to 32. I'm pretty sure it feels hotter than this. Like, I think this app is lying to me. There's no way that this feels like 31. Where did the feels like go? Here it is. I think it's going to be... Oh, yeah, it's going to go higher to feels like. So, yeah, I think it's going to be nastier outside. Thanks to you, Alex, I put my order for the DK1. Hell yeah. Honestly, I think a lot of people are going to like that board. Macaroon, thank you so much for the tier 1, man.
Hey,
thank you, dude. Hey, how you doing, bro? Dude, I am not, like, I know it's boring to talk about the weather, but, like, bro, it's kind of scary that it's this hot outside, I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember the last time it felt this hot. I feel like it's been years. Maybe longer. But yeah, it was nasty. The humidity felt like I was swimming outside for all of, like, the 3 seconds I was out there. I'm not looking forward to it, bro. On hand, Crispy? I'd have to go find one. My streaming room is kind of a disaster right now. I've been kind of absent-minded the last little bit, if I'm being real with you guys. I've just been really tired. Like, I've been doing all the same stuff I've normally been doing, but I've just, I think I kind of hit a wall with, like, what I'm capable of doing right now. Like, I think I've realized my limits, and I kind of hit them. So I think I've been pushing myself a little too hard the last, like, especially the last year, mixed in with, like, you know, adult stuff. So I think I'm seeing that now. Loving cheapo keyboards are now consisted of aluminum and not plastic ones. Dude, I agree with that, Mac. It's true. Though it's still available as an option for extremely cheap options. Yes. Looking to get a split keyboard, but QWERTY is a bit too expensive. In South Africa, any suggestions? I have some other vendors you can check out on my vendor list. I don't know exactly who's selling what, though. Like, and how cheap that would be. I'm not really too familiar with, like, how shipping would be to South Africa. So, is there any... I swear to God there was like 1 or 2 vendors in South Africa. I think. Maybe I'm misremembering. Produced 130 hours in the last 2 weeks at work. Dude, Ardang. The burnout's real, bro. Like, the last week I think I put in less time working. Because the few weeks prior to, like, setting up things for work, I was doing the same thing. Maybe not nearly 130. Actually, I don't even know, because I don't keep track anymore. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, it's just too much. I like the Orange Beast X. Nice mouse. Are you a mouse enthusiast? I'm becoming one, slowly. Although, I say that. I play mainly Overwatch. I've been playing the new Stadium mode. I think I've hit nearly the top ranks in Stadium now. I'm loving Stadium. I'm like... I'm not going to toot my own horn. I think I'm pretty good at Stadium. And then I've been playing a lot of Tarkov, and I'm considering getting back into, like, I don't know. I kind of want to play a Battle Royale again. So I don't know what I'm going to play next. But yeah, right now my mouse that I've been using the most is actually a Ponage mouse. Although I still think out of all the mice I've used so far, the Endgame mouse is the best one. There are some brands I still have yet to try. But I think right now, here's my rankings. Endgame, number 1. I think that shape, that whole, I don't know, the feel of that mouse is, like, perfect for me. It's, like, the perfect middle ground of weight. Number 2, I want to say the Sora V2. And then number 3 is the Ponage CF. I think that's, like, one of my new faves. In fact, I might even bump that up to number 2 soon. I've been really liking that one. And then this I haven't gamed too much with. I'm really enjoying this overall, but I haven't played it too much competitively with this yet. So I'm going to see how I like this in a bit. Although, not going to lie, I like the way this looks. So I'm been using it on this setup. Haven't really been gaming much on this setup, but... Are you into watches?
Alex, are you into watches, and what watches do you own? ATM.
Used to be a long time ago, so... but I didn't have any fancy watches. I had, like, Fossil. It was bad. The Ponage Trinity CF is fire. Amazing shape. Dude, I'm feeling that. I like the shape. That's why I'm thinking so far. Endgame and Ponage might be. I don't know if Ponage is gonna outperform my Sora. Oh, and then my Lamzu I would say is probably like third or fourth. I like the Lamzu a lot as well. I'm a bit bummed because it got damaged when I was moving, and I don't feel like buying another one. But it did. The plastic did crack on the side, and I can feel it when I have my hand over it. Because I kind of play. This is kind of my grip when I'm playing games, but I kind of wrap my 2 fingers around the side over here, and the crack is on the side, so it did get a little damaged. But the skates on that one, because I fully modded that one there out. I put my own like switches inside, and I put sapphire skates on it. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I'm kind of sad. The Crush 80 non-RGB version because it has a 7U. Oh, I didn't know they had a 7U version of that. I've seen all of Alex's tables through time. I think this is my second favorite table I've had. It's just deeper, and I like it because it have more stuff on it, you know? Man, I love your vids. I recently got the OW60 case, and man, other than the price, it's being a bit steep, it's damn amazing. Richie, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the compliment, bro. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I'm happy for your keyboard, man. Honestly, keyboards are really fun. I think more people need to, even if you want to build your own Hall effect, I think it's a fun little experience to do one. Okay, here's my game plan for today. I'm just going to spend as much time with you guys as humanly possible because, again, I ain't going outside. There's nothing that can drag me outside today. I'm fucking not doing it. Tomorrow I have to go outside because I have to pick up stuff, but today I ain't doing it. So I think we're just going to do a double build. I'm going to start off with the Zoom Dyna. A lot of people have been asking me for the aluminum build, so we're going to start off with the Zoom TKL Dyna and aluminum. This shouldn't be too long because I'm going to be reusing the stabs from last time because I didn't have another 1.6 mil PCB. So we're gonna start off with this guy, although this is from last time, so just ignore this. This we'll start off with, and then we'll do the Keycult and the unboxing for the Keycult and stuff, and that'll be like the little main kind of stream there. So we'll see. I have an old Pulsar X-Lite from the PS1 colorway, and having a hard time upgrading it because it matches my keyboard so well. You know what, man? I think if you like what you have now and it's like vibing, don't even stress. Don't even do it. Ain't worth it. If you like it, why change? I don't think, honestly, like I've gone through many mice. Once you find the shape that you like, I feel like that's the most important thing. You have to like the shape. Haven't seen a Zoom board for a long time. I actually like the DYNA TKL. I think this is Mellatrix's best keyboard, albeit I voiced this to them and they okay, some background info, some updates, some stuff. I actually voiced a whole bunch of concerns about the polycarbonate unit. They addressed all the concerns and they're fixing all of this stuff for the production run, which is cool. Good job. But you know, there was some other stuff that a lot of people were giving feedback, as well as I feel like this is a mixed bag, but also very important. Some people were talking about Mellatrix's customer support. I've heard this is like an age-old thing. I feel like just off the sheer units they sell of like Zoom stuff, like it's a bigger brand. You're going to get complaints with this kind of stuff. I've heard very black and white comments. Like there's some comments who say that they've been the best customer support ever. And then there's some that have been very loud saying like, hey, I had a bad time. I will take the latter of that. And I told them, hey, I've just been some complaints. How do we, like, what is going to go here? Like, what's going on? And they did say that they need to work on that, and they're gonna work on that. And they made a public comment on that as well, which is good to see. I mean, hey, if that's a change that they're gonna stick with, I applaud them. If not, then we'll know for, I guess, some time to tell here. But I really hope so. They seem very like adamant about fixing some of their CS support. But I did bring it up. I told you guys I would, so I did. The other thing that I didn't really have a chance to talk to anyone at length, but they're well aware of, I still don't really understand what's going on with this whole, with every brand it feels like these days. Not every brand, but most brands. I don't really understand what's going on with this whole QMK compliance thing. I don't know, man. I feel like so many people have been just dodging it. It still bothers me. It bothers me how people just like how there's brands that can do QMK compliance or just compliant with some sort of open source program. And then there's some brands who just like avoid doing it, and then they say we can't do it because X, Y, and Z because of wireless stuff, when there's obviously some brands who have. It's confusing to me. It doesn't make sense, and I would prefer if we didn't have to download a multitude of things to get something to be customizable. So I'm still hard stuck on that, and I would, appreciate if brands start to figure that shit out a bit more. But what do I think I'm doing for 100K on YouTube? I was gonna do a big giveaway thing on Twitch, just like live streaming some giveaway stuff. It just so happens it aligns well, and I think that would be kind of fun. So I don't really have. I'm pretty like. I feel like I'm pretty like low key when it comes to like celebrating things. I'm not really a celebrator. Like I appreciate everyone, and I do tons of stuff outside of just like milestones. Like I try to give away a lot of stuff, but I'm not really. I don't know. I always feel a little weird when there's milestones because I don't like the focus to be on me for accomplishments or something. I don't like it. It makes me feel weird. So I try to do fun stuff outside of that, if that makes any sense. Are you aware Chinese PCB designers doing customs of it with Logitech's firmware and wireless tech work? Not really sure, Mac. I'm not really sure what that would mean though. Like they're modifying Logitech's firmware? Afternoon, Zan. All right, let's open this guy up and start building the aluminum version. I already took apart the polycarbonate version because I needed to get into there, but the catchballs are very, very, very strong on this. But yeah, tons of people wanted me to build this, so here, I guess we'll build it. Oh shoot, I forgot my screwdriver kit upstairs. Give me one moment, guys. 1 second. I was fixing something and I needed a precision screwdriver, so I used this. All right, let's make sure the batteries are in here. Might have to steal it from the other keyboard here. You said 1 second? My bad, bro. I'm so sorry. This is on me and I need to apologize. I need to apologize wholeheartedly. To you especially, in it. Oh man. Is it bad that I'm scared? I'm scared to leave my place today. I haven't felt this way in a while. I just want to like actively avoid the sunlight today. I do not want to deal with it. This is almost as bad as when you said we like this and spoke for us. Yeah, dude, I'll never forget that day. Everyone hated on me that day. Okay, there's batteries in here. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure. I could have just plugged in the PCB and checked, but hey, I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna do it, dude. Yeah, maybe some night rain later today. Although, can I be honest with you? My gaming computer's not in a great spot. My gaming computer is in a spot where, okay, it's in a spot where like there's sun, and we don't have like a, what is it called? A curtain? Dude, I'm a little nervous because that room is already piping hot, and like our AC unit, I probably have to bring a fan upstairs. Our AC unit doesn't do a great job of cooling off like the smaller rooms. So I don't know, man. I'm a little nervous. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Like, I'm gonna just try staying down here. Imagine every day going in your car to work, turning on the AC and being blasted with all the fucking hot air. Dude, I don't want to picture that. I do not want to. Yeah, honestly, I have to figure out something. Okay, so, what do I do? I'm going to use this PCB again. So this is the 1.6 mil PCB. We're going to just leave it with the gaskets that we used last time. I think I may also leave the carbon fiber plate. I really want to try an aluminum plate for this, but they did not send one. Let me triple check. I've been really wanting to do aluminum, but... I mean, I can just... They sent the polycarbonate one, which I don't know if I'm going to like. Or, is it polycarb or palm or something? Palm. They also sent over polycarb and then a brass plate. The brass seems too crazy for me. I don't know if I want to use brass. So I think carbon fiber might be the way to go. I think we just do this. We do kind of the same setup from last time. Because last time, I actually really liked the DYNA. I think this is their best board that they've ever made. Like, hands down. But...
well, 458 gifted a tier 1 sub
thank you
to
so much,
Knazer.
dude. But I did find, like, after using it for about a week, there was a little bit too much of like a slight plasticky overall sound, because the carbon fiber plus those switches, as good as they are, they do lean a bit more plasticky, which is not a bad thing. But I felt like it was too much plastic on top of a plastic case because we used the polycarbonate one. So today we're gonna do something a little different. We're actually also going to be using some new switches from Keycult. These are the, oh gosh, what are these called again? Let me go find it real quick. Also, thank you guys for being here, and thank you for the hydrates. I think I owe someone a ball spin too. Let me do that here in a second. These are the, what are these? The Gun and Rose switch. So these are a linear switch with an L4 stem. 21 mil spring, long pole. They're supposed to be a bit more of a mid-range sound profile, not as thocky apparently. So we're gonna put this to a test. So used to YouTube videos, I paused you. Dude, I do the same thing, man. What time is it there? It's 11:50. Like I said, guys, the reason I'm streaming this early is because I don't want to go outside. And I had nothing to do. Like, my morning was supposed to be something completely different. And when I took one step outside, I said, ain't no way I'm dealing with this today. And I was bored. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start streaming early because everything got messed up streaming-wise this week anyways because of the DHL strike. So now I'm here. So, that's my story. Dude, is it, like, hot everywhere around the world today or something? Like, what's going on? Also, I'm butthurt because I washed my car yesterday and then it rained. That's actually a bad feeling. Did you try the Lucky 65 V2 foamless? No, I think we did actually, and I didn't like it foamless. Or I did. I think I did afterwards, or sometime after. The Lucky 65 is a good keyboard, but for the price that, like, we get charged here in North America for it, I don't know if it's a board that I would run out and go buy compared to some other things. But I've heard from everyone else that the Lucky 65 is like half the price in Asia or something like that. So if you guys are getting it for half the price, then fuck yes, it's a good keyboard. But I'm not getting it at that price, so like mine was retail. Mine was retail. So it was one of those. See, this is exactly why sometimes I don't stream on YouTube, because you got guys like Goho asking the dumbest fucking questions because he's a fucking loser. So let's just ban this guy. Dog, it's melting. Like, I went outside last night and then this morning the temp was maybe like 3 or 4 degrees different. It's nasty, dude. I bought it for $70. Oh, the Lucky? Like 70, what, Canadian USD? Next 3 days is a heat warning for me. Where are you at, agent? I bought my Lucky 65 for $30, free shipping. Yeah, if you're getting it for $30, then crazy, dude. Craziness. New Jersey? Okay, so you're not that far. What did he ask? Don't worry about it. Dumb questions. I feel like at times you have like 15-year-olds who get their, you know, 13-year-olds who get their hands on their mom's cell phones, and then they just go on and they ask people random stupid questions. So, oh shit, wait, did the build command not update? I hit update. Maybe Stream Elements is having problems today. I mean, I'm smacking update right now, so. Oh well. Which switches are these? These are Gun and Rose switches. Tape flex cut is a good way to make the keyboard better. It's a way of modding a keyboard. I think better is subjective. Like, I don't know if I'd want every single board in my collection to be tape modded. And I also don't think like buying a keyboard and then having to do aftermarket mods these days is super acceptable, in my humble opinion. So I still wish the W-Wed Diamond. Dude, I also wish that, JN. Always. Every day I'm kind of wishing. But they told me they're not making those anymore, unfortunately. Kind of a bummer. Do you think custom mech keys will make a comeback to its prime time? I think I kind of dabbled in talking about this. I don't. Do you guys think so? Like, I think keyboards are still super popular, but I also think like we're not currently like North America, the world, maybe the world. Like, we're all kind of feeling it right now. Like, a lot of people are, you know, we're all kind of like, you know, I don't know you guys, I'm feeling it. Like, things are just more expensive right now, and you don't have as much disposable income for fun hobbies. And this goes for not just keyboards, for like literally everything. So I don't think it's going anywhere. But like I was also saying earlier, like keyboards have kind of diversified a lot. I don't know. I feel like it'll never go anywhere. It'll always kind of transform into something more fun, but yeah, I just think the state of the world's a little bit. But keyboard's literally going to be cheaper though? Well, it doesn't really matter, because if someone's struggling to pay the bills, it doesn't matter if the keyboard's $50 or $500. Like, there's no room to buy it, you know what I mean? It makes no sense from like a logical perspective to pick out something that's going to put you deeper in a hole. But I don't think it's going anywhere though. I don't think the hobby's moving anywhere. I'm not really impressed with Meltrix's old cases in terms of sound, but they nailed the look. I actually like this one here more. Gargle, what's up, dude? By the way, how I said what's up to you today? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you guys? I don't know. What do you guys think? Honest question. Do you guys think the keyboard hobby is in a healthy spot right now? I don't know. I want your guys' opinion, because like I can only see one side of it, because I deal with one side of it, so. So it's totally up to you guys. Also, let me know if the music's too loud. I've had more people than ever asking me to help them build a custom key, but at the same time, equally as many people tell me, hey, I just don't have the money for it right now. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's not very fun right now, so. People say the hobby is dead just because the pandemic peak is over. The hobby's still very much alive. Dude, it is. But you know what it is too, man? A lot of people, they see that like pandemic peak because it was just everyone talking about it. Like, I feel like people are still doing keyboards, just not as many people are like more vocal with it. So my go-to switch right now? I don't know what my go-to switch is. I feel like my go-to switch right now is probably MX2As. Hobby popping off with Bowl, about to pop even more off with cool NK switches and Whiplash keyboards. Actually, that's what we're going to be using for the other build today. So, Yeah, we got actual music now. I upgraded, guys. I'm gonna speak out on this because I'm a little disappointed, but the lo-fi girl thing kind of bummed me out. So I went out and actually got like actual music now that we can use and not be like copyright strike, hopefully. Whiplash is a vendor. I personally feel like there aren't as many off-the-wall keyboards these days, or at least the last weird board design was probably 1400 USD Noir. Oh yeah, that one. Well, you know what I think too? I don't think there's a lot of... You make a good point. I don't feel like there's a lot of craziness, but I also feel like the direction of the hobby has been going in a how can we get this keyboard but cheaper kind of thing. Like it's kind of going back to that, but I also feel like there's been really good high-end designs. I think more people have been really into timeless stuff these days. This is the ADA from Geist. Do you see Scrubs open a poll for a keyboard design option? I didn't. He was saying that earlier. I have not. The keyboard hobby is still alive, but right now IMO, it's just right now everything's expensive and people are getting paid less. I'm with you on that, Richie. Like, I just think it's really difficult for people to like justify keyboards. I mean, dude, again, not just keyboard stuff. I think it's literally everything people are finding difficult to justify. Like, in a lot of ways, even myself, there are other little things. Like, I really haven't made any personal purchases for myself outside of work-related things. And the other day, I thought to myself, it'd be really cool if I bought like a little lens for my camera. And it's not like a crazy, crazy expensive lens. But I just had to tell myself, nah, I can't do this right now. Because like I have other things I need to worry about. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like everything kind of feels it, you know? Because I think on a regular, if it was a regular kind of, I don't know how to put this, regular kind of day, regular kind of year, you know, I probably would have been like, yeah, I deserve myself a little something, but... Alright, Scrubs, I'll take a look after this. My last real keyboard purchase was MTNU Dolce a couple months ago. Been holding off on stuff, trying to save money myself. I get it, man. Totally. I get that. You can call me Tom? Alright, Tom. Got you. Keyboard market feels oversaturated with little innovation, too. Yeah, I think that's another thing people have been mentioning too. Like, what is the innovation people would look for right now? You know what I mean? Like, what are the things you'd want to be innovated? I don't know what innovation can be here in the mechanical scene, but I mean, like, I want to put this out there. To be fair, there has been pretty good stuff that's come out as a whole for keyboards, just not mechanical keyboards. So I want to put that out there. Like, there's been some cool stuff with Hall Effect. You know, there's been some... We've seen Ducky with the inductive stuff. So there has been cool things. It's just not mechanical. And I think right now we're going to be at a point with mechanical keyboards where there's not much else we can do other than just make cool looking cases. I think that's literally it, and it's going to become more of a collection thing, which I think is really fun. Other than that, like, I don't know what else we could really do for mechanical keyboards. There's been definitely some like interesting ways to build. Like, there's been little innovations for like quality of life stuff. But I've been saying this actually for some time, dude. I think the future of keyboards in general will move more towards Hall Effect and other things like that. However, I don't think mechanical is going anywhere. Mechanical switches sound and feel very unique. For me, it's been very tough to replicate any semblance of what a mechanical switch feels like in a Hall Effect keyboard. You know? That's it. I think there's also pretty cool stuff in mechanical keyboards in general, but I do agree that some outliers aside the hobby in general is becoming very samey. Yeah, like, I've always said this, man. Keyboards for me have always been like an expression of like creativity for me and a cool desk accessory. I've never actually personally like looked at a keyboard and been like, yo, the innovation. Like there's been a few, but at the end of the day, like the novelty for even some of the innovation kind of quickly fades away. Because at the end of the day, the keyboard still types and feels samey. It's just different innards, you know? Different ways to maybe build things. I found a weird way of modifying Kale box navies via having 2 merged click bars on a single switch. What the heck? Does it like double click or something? The QK Alice Duo was fun. I don't think it's like, be real, I don't think it's like super innovative because there's been other boards that kind of do the same thing, but it's a fun board nonetheless. I don't know. I feel like, again, I never want to tell someone that, like, I think you should just enjoy your hobby for the sake of whatever makes you want to enjoy the hobby. Like, there doesn't need to be an innovation aspect to something and be like, oh, I can't enjoy this because it's not innovative anymore. And if you want innovation, then you do you. But I think everyone finds their own stuff and why they're happy. And then you just kind of run with it and you roll with it and enjoy it. Whether it lasts a year, 5 years, 10 years, maybe 2 months. Like, it's your prerogative how long it lasts. But yeah, it doesn't need to be some special reason why you're into something. It could just be that you're into it for the looks, for whatever. If there is a special reason, then go for it. But I don't know. I've always thought that. Hi, Sumo. How you doing, man? Good morning to you. You can upload the sound profile in the future, Alex, and has Wait, what happened? You can upload the sound profile in the future, Alex, and has speakers. Wait, what? Addicted to the clack? Some of us are. Some of us are. All right, let's try to nicely put this in. And I hope everyone's staying cool today. Oh, I forgot to put this. Like I said, this is going to be the quick build, and then the Keycult will be the more fun build today, I think. But a lot of people have been asking for this, so... Do you skateboard at all? When I was a little bit younger, I did, but I have not skateboarded in quite some time. I do have a skateboard, though. It's just not built. Jesus. Hold on a second. I don't like the way this is closing. The one thing I will say about this is I don't love the way this gets put in here, but you kind of have to fiddle with this one piece. Alright, let's put this in now. Oh, I totally messed up and put switches here. That's also my mistake. Let's take those out. So yeah, my bad. Alright. Let's plug this guy in. I got you. Thank you, thank you. Did I like shift a cable a little bit when I plug this in? Hold on. Is it like shorting or something? Let's see. You're so fun to watch, man. I always watch your videos, but never live. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. I think it is shorting or something. Dude, the only other gripe I have about this board is the catch balls are insanely tight on this keyboard. There's something shorting on this. It very well could be, and I might need to put that plastic piece down. Because this is an aluminum one now, so maybe I have to do that. Let's just grab this and put it at the bottom. I don't know if it was this piece, but we'll just put this piece on. Do you feel like there's too many switches in the hobby? Yeah. Switches are the one thing I've never quite understood, why there's like 17,000 bajillion releases every single month. So, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. Oh wait, maybe I do need that other piece. There's too many sometimes, I feel. This piece. Maybe I do need this, because perhaps it does short somewhere. So let's try this again. AM stream with coffee goes crazy? Dude. Honestly, I need another cup. I'm not gonna lie. How long did it take you to start noticing minute sound differences? I'm new to the hobby and can't seem to tell the difference that you clearly notice. Experience comes with time, man. Never rush those type of things. Like, and you know what? Everyone's ears are a bit different. For example, like there are things that I can't hear that maybe my girlfriend hears or something like that, you know? So everyone's ears are a bit different too. I feel like there's not enough switches in my queue. Not enough, you said, Scrubs? You're capping right now, bro. There is like legitimately too many. There's like a galaxy's worth of switches. I don't even know half the switches. Like there are brands that I've never heard of. Because I can't keep up with all the Switch releases. God damn, these ripping cables, man. Alright. A daily HMX switch? Wasn't there a daily HMX switch at one point? I swear to God there was one every single day at one point. HMX day of the week. Number 2. Number 4. Number 5. Alright, let's see.
It's been a while since I've been able to catch a stream. Glad I could today, alexotos.
Thanks for being here, bro. Appreciate you, dude. Ah, there we go. Guess it was shorting. Thank you, man. If I had to pick one between the F1 8X and the origami, dude, I really like the origami. I'd probably, if you ask me, like, right this instant, I'd probably pick the origami. But you know what? I'm building an F1 soonish again, so maybe I'll have to like readjust the way I think. Ultimate Switch?
Hey Alex, can't believe it's 9 plus 10 months already. Love you lots. Kissing face emoji. Kissing face emoji.
Thank you, dude.
Kissing face emoji.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And see if you're a real one. Ultimate Switch though? I mean, for me, I still really like my cherry switches. I feel like there's a particular sound profile that's hard to beat from my cherry switches. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and continue to love me some cherry. So I hope that's fair. I hope that's a good answer. Although I do like milky yellows, there are some builds that I feel like cherry's a bit too aggressive on. And milky yellows, sometimes, you know, they kill it on some boards. Yeah, I'm excited to see that too, to be honest, Simo. How much, oh, that's a really interesting question. How much would you say your daily life revolves around keyboards? Is your keyboard hobby, professional life taking over other hobbies? Whoa. I kind of like, I'm a serial hobby person. Like I will stick. It's weird. I used to think the other way. I used to think like I would jump from hobby to hobby. I actually think that when I fall into a hobby, I fall into it hard and I just like diving into all the minutia of a hobby. Some hobbies don't last as long. The caveat to this is I think good community matters a lot. To answer your question, I think I'm very into keyboards, and I think my daily life revolves around keyboards a lot. But it's not about the product itself. It's about the people in it. Like, I have met some of my now closest friends because of keyboards, if that makes sense. So, and we still talk about keyboards. Sometimes we don't. Like, there are days maybe where keyboards never get brought up, but I would still say that, yes, like, keyboards have become more than I'd expect it to be. I don't know the right way to word this, but yeah, and I think it's literally because of community. Like when I was into audio, for example, the reason why audio did not last long as a hobby was because the community at the time, I'm not sure about it now, but I just couldn't get into it. Like the community was too hostile and I just stopped caring. Do you notice yourself, I do actually, do you notice yourself paying more attention to keyboards that are in movies? Bro, don't get me started. Yes. Sometimes I look at the keyboards and I'm like, hey, that kind of looks interesting. Yeah, dude, I definitely do that. 100%, man. I hate admitting that, dude. There's some dude in rehab for keyboard addiction? Maybe. Perhaps. Video games, I do that too. Sometimes I look at the keyboards in a video game and I stop. I was doing that in Tarkov the other day because there was like a keyboard there, although it was nothing special. I kind of stopped and looked at it and I was like, would be cool if they put like a mechanical keyboard in here. I wonder if I could build a replica. I mean, that's a fun way to look at that too. I noticed the keyboards in Loki. Didn't someone also do like some like... Or wasn't it actually based off a keyboard, the one in Loki? Or did someone like kind of recreate it? I don't remember exactly what happened there. Hi, Comic. How you doing? Keyboards in Severance, like the one in the New York display. Didn't Apple also do something with that too? I can't remember now. Also, thank you everyone for being here and hanging out. I really appreciate it. You guys make streaming really fun. I hope you guys really enjoy the community we've all built here too. What's your thought process on the top mount disassembly of the Dyna? I would not do it. I think it's actually a dumb idea. I don't know why they even bothered to offer a top mount when it's so incredibly difficult to take it off. It's counterintuitive. That's the only thing I can actually say. This board is actually, again, I want to go back to the board for like 1 sec, and we can talk about random stuff, but this board is actually, it's Melitrix / Wuche's, like, I think one of their best boards in a long time that they've designed in-house. It's visually not as crazy as some of the other ones, but still has some of their, you know, fun elements to it. I need to screw that down. It has some cool, like, lighting on the underside. I like it a lot. The aesthetic of the board, I also think, matches my vibe. The sound profile, even the other one, was a lot better and sounded more full and like you can do more with it. But yeah, there's still an aspect of this board that I feel like they could refine a bit more. But this is still, I think, one of their best boards. Are you gonna come to the GMK meetup next week? Unfortunately, no. It's just, everything's too expensive, guys. A little too pricey. I don't think I can make it out. And then also, I have so much other work I need to do too, like for keyboards. Like I'm kind of drowning it all, you know? So my goal always, as much as I want to hang out at meetups, like I love doing that stuff too, is if I make promises to people, I want to fulfill them, you know? And I've made some promises, like there's client builds coming up, and I want to get those done in a timely manner. So I'm pretty sure the actor of Shang-Chi isn't... Dude, I think he tweeted, or would have posted on X, some keyboards or something. I remember commenting, being like, yo, if you ever need a keyboard, let me know. I'll build one for you. But no one ever responds to me, so you know. Oh, man, I don't know what's going on with the Canadian mechanical keyboard meetup. I want there to be one, but I don't know what's going on with it. TKL kit looking for... Dude, Mr. Rainbow, check out the DK1 TKL. I just did a video on it like 2 days ago, 1 day ago. I think right now, actually, this is not bad too. If you want a fun kit, this has a little bit more like fun in quotations to it. But I'd say like look at maybe something like this and the DK1. I think those are like solid kits right now. Maybe even if you want to look at the one from the Neo 80. Will you reject my client build for a TKL if I send you 90 different switches? No. If you want me to build that, man, I'll do it. I got you, bro. I will do that for you, easy peasy lemon squeezy. How have other boards done top mount with ball catch? I haven't looked into that. I think it's just easier to open. That's it. The ball catch system on this is so fucking tight that it's so hard to get this case open. That it's just the top mount makes no sense in this keyboard. Like 0 sense, dude. You know, I'm using this set on this, but I don't even know what color Keycult we're building after this. Like I said, it's a double build today, guys. If you guys want to hang out for a few hours, we're doing a bunch today. Keycult will be right after this one. I got a random switch in here. God damn. I also, oh dude, I'm gonna be real. Again, I've kind of shied away personally from the ball catch system. But a lot of people really like it for really valid reasons. And I have to admit the valid reasons are very valid. So mainly like accessibility wise, like some people might not be able to do screws. Like it makes sense. I think I have tried the CXA profile, haven't I? Or no, I don't think I have. I don't remember, Richie. I want to commission a Sonnet build from you, but they're out of stock on a lot of options I like. Was the Sonnet the only one they said of their old collection in quotations that they're not discontinuing? I know Mode said that they're discontinuing a lot of the boards in favor of new designs in the future, but I think the Sonnet was the only one that they're going to keep around. So, DH, I think if you're going to want to commission one, maybe if the colors aren't there yet, you just wait a little bit, because I feel like they'll come back. GMK Expo would suit it? Yeah. I need to get that set for this board. I agree. It would look really nice. Annette, question for you. What keyboard are you typing on right now, Annette? I need to know. I'm inquiring. Oh wait, no, let's just put, you know what? I'm just gonna put this here. Honestly, I don't remember all the keys that go here, so we're just gonna put a bunch of random ones. For a week. Wait, why 1 week? Membrane? No, it's the wrong profile. Okay, I'll fix it afterwards. I can't take it off my desk. Is it too heavy? I'm sorry. The iPhone keyboard has the best keyboard sound on any phone. Oh, I don't know, man. I actually don't ever think I've used my keyboard on my phone with the volume on. I'm not one of the, I think every time I get a phone ever, it just goes to vibrate and then it never goes to like the speaker phone mode. I don't think I've ever done it. Like, listen, when I go out, I'm one of those guys that like, I care about people around me, that I don't want to I don't want to be a disturbance to anyone, you know? I don't want to be like, yeah, my iPhone makes some noises and maybe someone has a headache. I don't want to be that guy. So I try to be like the quietest motherfucker when I go outside. And then it also translates to here. Like, I don't want to do it just because, like, what if, like, my girlfriend has a headache? I don't know. Like, I think of these things. So, for me, immediately, I just go straight to vibrate only. No, I don't know. Can I be honest with you guys? This is something I don't know now. I thought I am pretty normal, like sounding like I think I speak in a normal speaking voice, but I've been told by a few people that I speak kind of loud, and I'm becoming a little sensitive to that now. I don't know. I don't know if I speak loud. You had a crazy Toronto accent lately? Ain't no way. Same vibrate only. Hate hearing people's other. Oh, dude, same. Like, I'm one of the, Sam, I care about other people. I don't want to, like, disturb anyone, you know? I just want everyone to feel good. I'm just like, yeah, you guys all need to feel okay today. I'm glad we think the same way, man. GMK clones out there? I mean, I've said this many times over the years, but it's none of my business if people buy clones or not. What am I supposed to say? If people want to buy clones, they can buy clones. Do I support clones and people who rip people off? No, I think they're grifters. I think people who spend their entire life just flipping things and, you know, from retail price, like, for example, people who flip Pokemon cards and people who steal other people's designs and resell them, like, they're just grifters, and I have little to no respect for that kind of nonsense. So yeah, I don't really vibe with it myself, but you know what? At the end of the day, like, if you come to talk to me and you're a genuine, nice human being, and one day I find that you flip things or, you know, you clone things, like, am I gonna stop talking to you immediately? No. But it's if you buy those things, rather, not make them. If you buy clones, like, I'm not gonna stop talking to you. It's not my business. but I don't advocate for people to do it. You don't speak loud. You have a good range in your speaking voice. So some of you speaking just sounds louder. Yeah, maybe it is just the range in which I speak. You're right. Sometimes I feel a little sensitive because of it, you know. I feel a little sensitive some days. What do I think about clone boards like Clam Unicorn and Kohaku? Same thing. Literally the same thing. I have very little respect for the people who make those, but if you happen to buy one and listen, I think there's a longer conversation to this. I get like, okay, there's two sides to this. I want everyone to like fully understand that I don't give a shit about clones. Like I don't care about people selling fake things, ripping people off. I don't advocate it. However, there are two sides to a story, right? Like when people are buying, not the people who make them, but the people buying them. So I've heard plenty of stories when it comes to people buying maybe a clone of something where they unknowingly buy it, they think they're buying the right thing, they look something up and they're just not sure. I get it, man. It happens. Like I might, and then some people have been very like, oh well, I have this now. Like I don't think that's your fault. It can happen. You get tricked into buying things. There's also people who, you know, hear me out. They want the aesthetic of something and they want it so desperately that they'll go out and buy something fake because it's just easier to get. I'm not going to fault you for doing so. Like, I get it, man. Like, sometimes people just want to be part of something. And it just so happens that the easiest route is to buy a clone or a fake, you know, even with like handbags and like shoes. Sometimes people do that. I get it. We'll never judge someone for doing so. Sometimes it's literally a cost thing. They want to feel part of something with, you know, keyboards, and they don't have the means to do so, so they'll go and buy a fake. Again, I understand. I'm human as well. There are some things that I would love to be part of too. I don't have the funds for it. I get it. However, will I always tell people, hey, maybe the best way to go about things is to not support these things or feel like you have to buy these things? Yes, like I try to advocate for that. But again, if you want to go buy it, you do you. Do I care for it? No, I think it's shitty. In a lot of different ways, it's shitty. So that's my long answer. I hope that makes sense. Maybe I got a little long-winded there, but... Goat, I don't want you to, but hey, if you do you, you do you. What am I supposed to say? But I don't want you to, bro. A Kohaku clone with Disney characters on it instead? Oh, Jesus. Whatever, man. Like, what am I supposed to say? You know, the worst thing you could do, too, is if you guys are against it, speaking about it and advertising for these people is what they want you to do. They want you to advertise for them. They want you to talk about their fake stuff. That way they can get more people to look into it and be curious and end up buying it, you know? Oh no, I dropped one. Wait, why am I putting these all away? I need more keycaps. Oh, jeez. You know what? I'm going to put this random one here, and I'm just going to find another random cap, and we're just going to stick it here. There we go. Boom. Same profile as the other ones. And then I'll put, you know what? What do I want to put at the top here? Let's just put this guy. I bought some Akko keycaps. I was very disappointed when it turned out they were clones. I thought Akko was a reputable brand. I don't know if Akko does clone stuff anymore. I think they've maybe shaped up a little bit. But I'm honestly not sure. It's a good answer for my question. Thank you so much. Anytime, man. Anytime. Listen, guys, I want to also be clear. I am not the authority in any of this. I am just a guy making content. I would say that I try to have a pretty good moral compass on me when it comes to things. But, you know, I'm also only human. So just try to make the best decisions for yourself possible. That's all. Where's the knob? I need to tighten it. There's a screw on it, and I just have never done that yet. So it's right here. There's this piece of plastic. You're the guy making content on Twitch, is that what you mean? Oh my gosh, no. There are far bigger content creators. I don't know if I aspire to be a humongous content creator. I just like doing what I do. Okay, so when I built the polycarbonate one, it definitely had a bit more of a plasticky sound profile to it. I also want to chalk it up to the switches leaned a bit more plasticky, although they're a good switch. I do want to... Actually, this is nice. The spacebar needs to put... I need to put one of the gaskets back on it because I took it off on the plastic build and I feel like it's bottoming out ever so slightly on this. But... I think this is well-rounded. I think this keyboard works for me. I would probably still go with the aluminum plate. Well, it's also a carbon fiber plate right now, so keep that in mind. I think this is a bit better, though. I think the aluminum case is the way to go for this. Yeah, the switches are also really nice for this, too. I need to reuse these switches in another build soon, too. I mean, I'm going to be honest, though. Keybay Tech has been kind of killing it for good switches, so... Alright, so the keyboard itself, I just have the cork in between. With this mounting style, which is those O-rings, I feel like this is a pretty soft typing experience. Medium soft. Not quite as soft as some of the other ones, but... Alright, so I think the takeaways from this is I like the aluminum case a little bit better, although the polycarbonate case was really pretty to look at. I do think the catchball system is very difficult to get open. Maybe some adjustments needed there. I don't think I have any, like, crazy gripes about this. Well, the VIA situation, I think that needs to be looked into as well. It's a pretty solid board. I like the chair lip. The overall design aesthetic of the board is really pretty as well. Like, I also really like the aluminum bottom with these lights is really cool, actually. I think that kind of looks like kind of futuristic. Again, I will say this is probably their best keyboard that they've ever released. I think the other designs have been a little too crazy for me in the Zoom lineup, with the exception of that one with the glass back. I actually really liked that one. But I think this is one of their best offerings that they've come out with in a long time. I think this also has the fewest things that I can possibly criticize. Really, I actually like the corner lights. I think they're kind of cool. I think they add some elegance to the board too. It's not just like a full bar of random LEDs. I kind of like it. Cool. The PC Zoom is great looking, but Alu sounds best. Yeah. I would also pick Alu. I'd probably pick, again, knowing how this sounds with the carbon fiber plate, I'd go with the aluminum plate myself. And I think you would have a very solid sounding keyboard. I think the top mount's also a stupid idea for this too. I would not have put a top mount on this. Cool. Well, that makes me happy. I'm glad we did this then, because this makes me confident in the aluminum version too. All right. Very, very nice. Happy we did this. Okay, now for the Keycult. All right, let me actually message Mike. You're almost at 100K on YouTube. Well done. I don't even know what number we're at right now. I appreciate it though, guys. Really do. I very much appreciate it. You guys are very kind, very kind. Double keyboard build? Yes. We're going to do it here in a moment. Let me see, where's Mr. Mike here? So I want to also state that this is strictly a keyboard showcase for this next one, okay? I work for Novel Keys. let me be very clear. I like telling you guys all the biases and stuff I have so you guys can make better decisions. That's never stopped me from, even criticizing Novelty's products. But just so you guys know, just so we're all on the same page. There's nothing to hide. I think putting that on the table is very important. Alright, now I'm curious to see what Mike sent over. This is not final packaging from what Mike told me. What is this? Wait, what? So this is the Keycult number 1 1800. So is this like a mid-frame? Oh, this is a nice purple already. Ooh. And if you guys want some TLDR, I actually have no clue what I'm getting today. Mike told me the thing, but I had some stuff going on family-wise last week that I kind of just glanced over his message. That's a really nice purple. I think this is the mid piece, like the little accent in between. And the weight system here. Damn, that's pretty. So wait, what's this one here then? The cork bottoms were out? Oh no, pretty. How'd you feel about the D1? Dude, the DK1 was insane. Such a good pickup. If you guys are looking for a TKL right now, I think that's one of the strongest offerings. Oh, shit. Is this copper? Wait. I didn't know Mike was sending me this. God damn. This is still the best Keycult, in my humble opinion. Number 1, absolutely the best. I like the white feet on this. That's a nice touch too. E-coat, copper weight. This is heavy, dude. Ooh. I don't know if I want to use this purple piece now. Ooh. This is not a TKL. This is a 1800. We got a numpad on this bad boy. This is nice, actually. I mean, we've seen this design before. Gee, this is really nice. And it, Alex Allo confirmed 1800 underrated form factor. Hey, dude, this is nice. This is really, really nice. Yeah, dude. What is the cost of this with the copper? I think Mike put it in Novel Keys news here. This is going to be expensive? Probably. This is a big chunk. Like, so imagine the copper. I'm not going to take it apart right this instant, but imagine the copper piece being literally all this. Like, this is a pretty fair chunk of copper. So, if we're looking for... Yeah, this, with the copper, it's going to be hella expensive. And again, Keycults are already really expensive. It's in Novel Keys product news, but it looks like if I do the math quickly... 120. Hold on, let me just add all this stuff up. Where's the calculator? One second. 125 plus... I'm guessing... Well, this is the most expensive version I think I have in my hand. Plus 375. That's actually a lot there. Plus 35 plus 40. Yeah, this is like a $750 version. And then if you were to get a normal version without the big chunk of brass or copper, which I think more people will do, which is, if you guys don't know, this is pretty standard Keycults. Keycults never really came with a big brass or copper piece. Let's see, that would be 115 plus 140 plus 170 plus... Again, I'm doing rough math. I don't know what other pieces are going to be in this. So yeah, otherwise it'll be a $500 board. But yeah, if you want the big brass option, it's a big premium. Price-wise, you guys can make the decision there. Keycults have always been this expensive. It's not really... These are licensed products that, Novel Keys has to adhere by. So this isn't like Novel Keys took over Keycult, FYI. So just so you guys have a better understanding there. It will cost $1,800? I don't think so, but we'll get the scale too. We'll get the scale. Hold on, let me go find it. I'm kind of curious too. I want to see what this thing weighs. I'm gonna put my scale down. Oh, is everyone just vibing today? Is everyone trying to avoid the heat as much as I am too? That's a great question, huh? Great question for me. Hiding in the... Yeah, dude, honestly, fuck it. I'm not going outside. The EU price changes for 21XX? What is the price change? Honestly, that's a very expensive board, though, so... Okay, I'll find the scale after. I just used it 2 days ago to measure a bunch of products, so let me find it afterwards. Let's just build the board first. We'll build it. We'll measure it fully built. Cool. I'm kind of curious. How does this look like on the cork mat? Ooh, I do like that. All right. See what else Mike sent over here. Unrelated to the, or sorry, they went from 850 to 800, now 750. People were calculating taxes and stuff. Still waiting to buy mine. Oh, did they mess up the prices or something? Oh, Mike sent a few different plates, but we're just using aluminum because that is the classic way to build this. I hope I got a soldered PCB. No, I just got a hot swap. It's okay. And we're building with a hot swap PCB today, and there's the gaskets here. Got a new lens for my Sony. Which lens? Yeah, it's too gross. I would not go outside, man. It is too hot outside. Oh, I think there's already gaskets in this. I think they've already installed the gaskets here for us today, so I don't think we have to do this, but they're here in case someone wants to see them. And here is our PCB, designed by the one and only Yonkar. Yeah, this is the copper base. This is the most expensive base. This thing nice. Feel real nice. I'm chilling my fave keyboard streamer. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate you, man. Again, expensive unit. So if you're a Keycult fan, though, it makes sense. If not, there are plenty of great options in which you can pick up that won't be the price of this Keycult. Does the price make sense? I mean, it follows in line with what Keycults are normally are. We've talked about this even in the last Keycult build that we've done. It does make sense if you're following the price point of Keycults. These are licensed products. It's not, again, Novel Keys is the one handling everything, including production, fulfillment. The PCBs are now different. So Novel Keys is handling from step A to step Z. However, these are still licensed from Keycult. To kind of fill you in case you guys are kind of curious on this, like the big ideology of why Novel Keys wanted to carry these was for a few reasons. The biggest reason, though, was they wanted to carry a product that a lot of people loved, and they didn't want to see, again, small reason of the big reason, they didn't want to see like the Keycult just kind of like fade away, because Keycult was going through some, maybe it still is, I really haven't been really keeping up with George and Zach, but they were going through their own problems of things. But yeah, this is an NK Keycult. So it's licensed from Keycult, but Novel Keys has taken over everything, which is fantastic. So, but knowing NK is behind these takes the sting out of the price a little bit for me. I mean, dude, I get that, Rob. For me as well, like, you're not, you know, you're not kind of relying on something that might not make it to your doorsteps. I think I'll just wait for the Manta release. You have built, if possible, custom patina. Message me about that. We'll talk about it. Here's the bottom of this too. I think this looks sweet. That looks pretty sick nasty. Pretty cool. We've got our PCB here. PCB, the hot swap option actually has a bunch of options, which is nice to see. Oh wow, we even have some options for the numpad here. Split backspace, 2 different bottom rows. Happy to see that. Very happy to see that. Although I think I'm going to build this very, very standard. This is with copper, but there is a full aluminum version you guys can go with. So it seems like the pricing is between 500 to 750-ish. Maybe a little bit more. Again, I'm kind of just basing it off of rough math really quick. This is the Geist up here. That looks so nice with the copper. I think the E-White, I don't know if I'd actually go. Again, E-coatings are not my absolute favorite. But, you know, E-White and copper does look pretty nice. Although, there's silver, black, and navy. Oh, dude, you know what the other thing I gotta say is too? I'm so happy to see some normal colors. As much as I liked the other Keycult releases, I thought the colors were way too difficult to pair with. So happy to finally see normal colors. And then there's also going to be some different mid pieces, like the lilac one that you guys just saw, which is really pretty. Red, teal, brass, and copper. So you could go with some fun accents and weights there. And then you could mix and match. I don't know if actually it'll be possible, but I think you can mix and match bottoms as well. Pick up the pace. Bull would have been done by already. Bruh, leave me alone. Leave me alone, all right? The alu colors are all classic Keycult offerings, if I recall. You know what's weird? The 1800 offering, I don't remember too much from Keycult. I think I wasn't into this layout at the time, so I just totally ignored this when this came out originally. Because I think there was an 1800 that came out from Keycult, right? Like, way back when? I'm pretty positive, right? I guess I need stabilizers for this, huh? What do I want to use? You become my favorite chill morning streamer. Keep it up, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, dude. That's very, very kind. How do you pronounce your username? Is it... You know, I'm not even going to pretend. Can I just call you Gata? Was just the Darling edition? Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't really pay attention to it, because it didn't exist. But I don't remember it personally. So if this is new, then this is really cool. How many stabs do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stabs. Do I just use cherry clip-ins for this? Is that the goal? Just cherry clip-ins, or should I use something different? Maybe I'll use stupid stabs. Do it stabless, like fried? Oh gosh. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you, man. I think I need one more stab, right? Okay, I'll use these, and then I'll get one more stab. One more guy here from an open box one. Joe is like that? Jow? Alex in our YouTube chat? Actually, I've been pretty active on both, Sapien. It's harder to tell on the YouTube side of things is like when people are talking amongst each other. Because on Twitch, I like what they do where you can like at one another and it shows like a conversation as a thread. So sometimes I get a little confused. I said 6 stabs, right? I did, right? Yeah, I'm pretty positive. Pretty positive, dude. Alrighty, let's take some of these apart and lube them. Just no one does it. Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. Alrighty. Now, let's do this. Alright, we need lube, which I'm gonna use this guy. And oh wait, there's no lube in here. That's good. I need a brush then. This guy. Alrighty, let's build this up. I do give you credit on being able to keep up with both chats. I'd be lost trying to do that. It's because I'm in a good mood. That's literally it. I think it's just because I'm able to do both today. Alrighty, let's get the wire out of this. And let's start taking these apart. I think they did tease an 1800 way back though. Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of, Rob. I swear to God they did tease something a long time ago and then never released it or something like that. I'm pretty positive. I guess I don't need this one. Either way, I don't know if these Keycult releases are for everyone, but I think they're still really cool for people who like care about that kind of thing. Again, I don't know. I feel like it's a fun release regardless. I don't think it's a bad release in any stretch of the imagination. Is it expensive? Sure, but there's tons of expensive keyboards that I've seen people spend money on. I just think people are kind of like soured on Keycult's namesake right now because they think Keycult's still doing it, which is totally fair. I get it. I absolutely get it, dude. No, these are not lubed, so I gotta lube them. Although, I've been told you don't have to lube these, but dude, I feel like you have to. Is it already up on NK? I think it goes live tomorrow on the 23rd? I've been losing track of my days, guys. I'm sorry. I've been losing track. Noodles? Are you guys getting some food right now? Honestly, I'm starving. I had some cereal for breakfast. I don't know what I'll do for lunch. Honestly, guys, I'm too afraid to do anything that requires heat. I don't want to make anything hotter, you know what I mean? Guys got any suggestions? I've been off work for the last 2 weeks and my days are mixed up a bit. Back to work tomorrow. Was it vacation? Also, how was the meetup yesterday? I couldn't come. I was a million different things going on, so just got on the group buy for the DK1 TKL after seeing your video. Been waiting for a copper bottom TKL and your video made me excited. It's a good price. Did they end up fixing their website, by the way? Unikeys? I know their website was like glitched out where it was like double charging you, but then when you add it to cart, it was fine. I really like it, man. Honestly, I think the DK like that whole lineup there was such a good offering. DY came by? Yeah, I saw he was gonna come by. I just couldn't make it personally. I'm kind of bummed now. Would have been cool to meet DY and just hang out with everyone. What's the most challenging thing to you when building a keyboard? For me, it's stabs. I think the most challenging thing sometimes is when I'm using plates that I'm not very familiar with or switches I'm not familiar with. I feel like that requires a lot of trial and error for a particular keyboard. Because you want something that sounds well balanced, you know? I got to try the DK1 in person. Where at? It's a good board, man. I have mine kind of foamy sounding right now and I'm super happy with it, so. Oh, I use the cables from Ordinary Labs, but there are tons of brands who sell these like silicone cables now. Oh, they brought the DK1 there. Okay, that makes sense. That would make sense that one of them brought that. Yeah, I really wanted to go, but I ended up going to that. I swung by, well, we ran some errands during the day because we knew it was going to be hot today. And then I ended up going to that TENS mouse release thing because One of Zero invited me. So I went to that, which was cool to see the mouse in person because I guess people were buying the mouse like a few days early. Because I think the global release is like sometime this week for the mouse. It was cool. I got to like see a whole bunch of pro players there and stuff. I took a few photos on my camera, but I didn't go crazy. I don't know. I feel like I was talking to too many people that I just... Also, it wasn't like the best environment for taking pictures. It was... The lighting, it was very dark. So I just feel like... I didn't want to. Like, I brought the camera just in case, but... There was some keyboard stuff there, kinda. Not really, but kinda. And there were some keyboard peeps there too, you know? Like I said, not really, but kinda. I'm sure you've been asked this different times, but what is the board that got you into the hobby? Oh, the tofu. The good old classic tofu, dude. Happy Sunday, resident. Sometimes phone photos are better than high-end camera stuff. Yeah, sometimes you can get a good photo with a phone too. How many hours do you think you spent lubing switches since the day you started building keyboards? I don't want to think about that. I'm gonna get sad. If I start thinking about the hours I've spent modding things, okay, let me try to think. If I've built, I have a feeling I'm at over 1,400 boards for sure, like for sure at this point. And if, let's just say out of the goodness of my heart here, I don't know if I'm giving this enough credit, but let's just say I've lube switches for half of them. And let's just say each, what's 700 times, let's just say maybe 2.5, 3 hours per set, sometimes longer. So we'll just do average of 3 hours. That's what, 2,100 hours? How much does that equate to days? I'm not even sure. Over 9,000. At the beginning of a stream, you missed my message, but I have to write it again. Recently on Instagram, I displayed a comedian who looks like your missing brother, Morgan J. Dude, Vader. Everyone keeps saying that. I figured maybe because the haircut, it would like, you know, kind of make it less obvious, but yeah. Everyone always tells me that, dude. 87.5 days. Actually, that's not as terrible as I thought. Not as bad. I'm DF Shin on Twitch, and I'm trying to start streaming, but I need support to get a PC. Any kind of help or share? DF, I hope you start streaming. Unfortunately, there's not much I can really do to help here, but all I can do is extend my well wishes. That's all I can really do. Alex, do you ever wonder about figuring out a more efficient way to Well, okay. We actually, if you want to get into the nuances of things, with these new Type Plus switches, so these ones, we actually have been working with Type Plus because they've been trying to figure out some good ways to make pre-lubed switches that feel like hand lube switches, basically. What they've done is like a dry lube application. So it's like a coating on the switch. I wouldn't say this is like a 100% replacement for it, because I don't think there's a replacement for hand finishing something, you know, because you can really get into like the nitty-gritty of how you like something, but I think this comes close. It's still not 100% the same, but I think it comes close enough. So, yeah, Resident, I haven't really got the chance to respond to my emails, but all the switches, I think there's like 90. They're all yours. I got you, man. 87.5 days is just under 3 whole months, though. Is that a lot, though? For, like, realistically? I guess that's kind of a lot, huh? I think Mike said these switches are dropping at the end of the month, maybe? Or I guess, yeah, in maybe like 10 to 15 days. I really think you guys will like these. I'm hoping they sound really good with the Keycult today. I have a feeling you guys will really like the pre-lubricated ones. And then they just finished, I don't know if Mike's told you guys this, they just finished production on the unlubed ones. Those should come soonish as well, but the first batch will be pre-lubricated ones. And then they should be, I think Mike's also mentioned this, they should be under 50 cents a switch. So they're not going to be crazy expensive, but the goal here was really high quality control on these. The unlubed ones sound good. They're still really smooth, believe it or not, but I mean, they benefit from lube. I feel like most switches do. Will they need to be spring swapped? Absolutely not, unless you just want a different weight of spring. So we went with, on the ones I collabed with, we went with a single stage, or double stage technically, 22 millimeter spring. So they're nice custom made springs. And then the weights of like the NK Classics and mine will vary. So again, mine is around, you know, I forget what it finally came out to because we had like measurements done for everything. Mine were 53.5-ish kind of grams, but I think we ended up having to go towards a different number, which I'll double check tonight actually, because I should double check that. But initially they're supposed to be like sub 55. I think in theory though, again, with most of these longer springs, even though they say 53.5, usually they end up feeling like 56, 57. So I think around there, just because they're longer, they're kind of poppier. And then the NK ones, I think, are 60. I don't remember, but they're not a double stage; they're a single stage spring. Will do, pent up. I got you. I need to respond to a lot of stuff. I apologize. I've been very busy. Ooh, wrong side here. Alrighty. Excited to try both of them for sure. I think you guys will like them. I've been really hyped on these. I'm still waiting for a fresh batch to come in, but this is like, I scavenged this off some other boards I've been testing them on today. But I have a whole bunch more coming in soon. Are those full nylon housings plus palm stems similar to the other faves? Basically, it's a proprietary bottom mix, but the top mix, the milky mix on these ones, should be almost identical to like Gateron Milky Yellows, or like Nixies. More so to Gateron Milky Yellows. So these compared to the NK Classic ones, the NK ones will be a bit brighter. This is a little bit subdued. It's a bit more low-key. The whole idea was, I think there are plenty of super bright switches, but I was trying to get one where it was a little brighter than Milky Yellows. I think the big benefit to these is we have really good springs in them that are very well quality controlled. Setup is so clean. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude. Where'd you get the cork desk mat? Novel Keys. I actually really like the cork. I want a bigger one though. I keep asking if we can do like big ones because I think a big cork mat would be super cool. Yeah, my Stream Elements is not updating. I tried a million times to update the damn thing and it just won't listen to me, so I'm so sorry, guys. My Stream Elements is broken right now. Are these new ones on your desk with the dry lube? These are the dry lube ones, yeah. So I have not hand lubed these. These are dry lube ones today. Really boring question. How deep is your desk? Dude, this is something, can I tell you guys? I would never go for a desk that's under 30 inches deep ever again. I think having a deeper desk is so valuable to me. I would never go with something shallower than that. But yeah, I think it's 30 inches. I'm like 90% positive. Anything shallower, man, I just feel like is too cramped. Especially when you're working on it all the time. Like, it's not fun, man. So I'm hard stuck on this now. The space is super nice to have. Dude, it's so nice to have. Also, what's up, okay, Bob? So nice to have. Let me just leave all of these. I really need to get a Corky. I think they're coming back in stock like Q3. I think that's what it says. I still need to double check a few things with Mike, but yeah. I hope they come in sooner, honestly. Okay, how's the most handsome Canadian doing? Please, bro. Talking with someone else I already know, but I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good today. Just hanging out, building keyboards, chilling with you guys. Thank you everyone for being here. Thanks for the follows today, guys. Thanks for the subs. I really appreciate everyone, man. Thank you, thank you. I soldered my first keyboard. I had no problems. Watched a ton of your old VODs. Make sure I was doing it correctly. Thank you for the help. You know, those VODs come in handy, huh? I'm glad we keep those around. Yes, this is the copper bottom for this. I tried the ceramic keycaps. I think I didn't like them. I don't know. I took them off pretty quick. They weren't my set though, so I didn't really care for it too much, so. Is it bokeh, Bob? Is it nice watching on there? It makes a good sense to go 30 inches or more. Your desk PC could... Dude, it's not even that. I feel like it's nicer to have, like... If you have an accessory or something, or just, like, another unit, having it further back on the desk gives you so much more space to work with and just, like, not have to stress. So I think that's why I like it. Kind of keeps everything in its own little place. Okay. Also, guys, I am now almost done season 1 of Shangri-La Frontier. My god, it is quickly becoming my favorite anime. You guys were so right. It is so underrated. I feel like it didn't get a lot of attention compared to some of the other animes. So happy I'm watching that right now. I didn't do a tour, but I did like a little article about stuff in my room, but it's not done yet. Like it's still a work in progress, but I did publish it because people were asking. Thing is, like, this is not really a studio. This is like a big workspace. So it's never 100%. Like, it's always changing, and I feel like if I do a video on it or do something on it, it changes in like a week. Like, I have to constantly adapt it to projects I'm doing. Better than Violet Evergarden? Okay, slow down. Violet Evergarden is an emotional roller coaster that I don't think is as... It's not better or worse than Shangri-La Frontier. It's just different. I still think it's my favorite anime though. But yeah, I think that one there, you have to be mentally prepared. It's an emotional roller coaster, bro. Highly recommend Common Side Effects on HBO Max Adult Swim. 10 episodes, 20 minutes each, super fun. What's it about? You got spoiled on it? Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Who spoiled it? Was it like social media? Heavenly Delusion. What's that one there about? I don't know all the animes out. I kind of just slowly am starting to get back into it. Like, I watched Solo Leveling and one other anime. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm slowly getting back into my anime phase, if you want to call it that. Shangri-La Frontier. Solo Leveling, I think, is one of the best animes that has come out recently, but I'm really enjoying Shangri-La Frontier. By the way, Simon upgraded the Manta from Don't Buy to Buy. I think Simon messaged me today. I've been so busy. Why? What was it? Don't buy before. Why is it buy now? I'm very curious. Is it because it's expensive? Thank you, Koala. I appreciate the Prime, man. Thank you, dude. Do you watch romance? Sometimes. Not always, though. It's not usually my cup of tea. No. I like dielectric grease, but only on certain stabs. I think a lot of the newer stabs don't need it. So this has padding. These particular stabilizers have padding in them, so you don't need a thick lubricant. Yeah, does Simon... I feel like a personal conversation makes more sense, but, like, I've already said, like, the Manta, unfortunately, is very expensive to produce. There's nothing we can do about it. We're already taking, like... We're not running on... Like, it's actually stupid, and I don't recommend anyone to ever run on super razor-thin margins. we're not running on razor thin margins, but we've had to really like make we've had to make tough calls on how we're gonna price the board. Like we've been like, all right, we need to make sure we have money just in case, but also we don't want to make it so it's like crazy. So for the aluminum version, not the copper ones. Oh, there's only one aluminum one though. We actually didn't even announce the aluminum one until like recently. What is going on? Why are these shaky? Yes. I might actually have to use the clips, which is a little annoying. These stupid stabs are not agreeing with me today. For a week now, I think, fried. Hasn't been that long. Promised Neverland? Bruh. Promised Neverland? Didn't they kind of shoot themselves in the foot a little bit? With season 2, if I remember correctly. Alright, I don't love using these, but I might have to use these. Is this not a 1.6mm PCB? What's going on with this? Or it's just these stupid stabs being a little stupid? I think they are being a little stupid. We do not speak of season 2, it does not exist. You know, I'm morbidly curious, like, I want to watch it so badly. I'm so curious, dude. Okay, I do have to use these today. Is it really that bad? Like, is it really that bad, dude? Oh, man. Common side effects is animated stories, a guy to find mushrooms. Wait, I think I've heard of this, Drudge. And the government is big pharma trying to kill him because of it. I think a friend of mine was watching this, and I, like, watched half an episode. Yeah, I'm ultimately though, I'm glad Simon made it so it's a buy now. I'm curious. I want to watch the part where he changed his mind. I'm curious what actually changed his mind though. Couldn't have been just the pricing, was it? It's really good. The only thing that has come close to Andor. Oh, really? Was Andor like the defining thing? Only better than it? That's crazy. Monster is so peak. What's Monster about? I always suggest people watch Neverland first season, just leave it there. I'm genuinely curious about season 2. A large Keycult? Yes, sir. 1800. I'm hyped for Manta. I ended up deciding on the Americano version, unless the super secret Alex version. I think it's very different from Americano. I think you might like Americano more. The special edition one, truthfully, is still up in the air. We're still seeing if we can get it done. So, these are the stupid stabs, which are essentially the maze clip-ins. They're okay. People say that they're easier to mod. I think they're same, basically. Monster is about a doctor framed for the murder of his patient, and for reasons he pursues the murderer. Interesting. It's an anime? When did it come out? If it is an anime. Monster is S tier? Can someone DM me Monster, like the anime? Just like link it to me so I can remember to watch it. Because once I'm done Triangular Frontier, I don't have like a next to watch. 2004? Oh shit, that came out a while ago. I've never seen it though. I'm planning on getting 2 Mantas, Machinist, and Tangerine. Which one should I get? I think you'd probably like the Machinist more with the copper bottom. Although, fuck, that's a tough one because like I don't want to take away. if you don't like the orange bottom, then just don't get the orange bottom. I think maybe the tangerine is maybe the way to go, because getting a raw copper bottom is kind of cool. Yeah, I'd say maybe just get the machinist in raw copper bottom, because I feel like you can interchange those pieces and it'd be kind of fun. But I think that's kind of where I'm stuck on right now. I think the orange one is kind of fun too. Like, I wouldn't want to take away your orange one. You know what I mean? It's kind of unique to get the orange. The Wyvern. I remember the Wyvern. I like Americano, Pumice Tangerine the most. Surprisingly, I actually prefer the standard version of Americano. Yeah, actually, you know which one I don't like color-wise? Just we're offering it just in case people want the upgrade. I don't think me and Bolo are both kind of like the all aluminum one with the copper upgrade bottom. Like, it's just a lot of different colors. I'll wait for the Alex Sexy TKL. I do want to do more stuff with Bull in the future. Just as an FYI, guys. Me and Bull were joking around about doing more fun stuff. So, we'll definitely do more fun stuff in the future. Finally catching live. I need it. About to head into a hostile work environment. Uh-oh. Also, hello, hello. Hopefully it's not that hostile. In truth, guys, not that this is me, again, me just telling you, I actually preferred the non-copper bottom for the Manta. Like the non-upgraded one. But I also think that if you like deeper sound profiles, just go with the copper bottom. I think I prefer more of like a bright, aluminy, kind of sound profile. So that's usually why I stray away from like stuff like this. But I think in the, like, obviously each keyboard and each person is different. So, but yeah, I think that it's not going to make like the keyboard bad or good in any way. It's all preference. Encore was the same for you? Yeah, Encore was the same. I preferred the aluminum of the Encore. Believe it or not. Also, what's up, Naveed? How you doing, man? You should offer our flame patina services for our copper weights and bottoms. Guys, there's a lot of things that could go wrong with that. I'm too nervous. I'm still considering doing it for maybe a few people who are willing to let me do it for their Mantas, but we'll see. No promises. My fingers hurt from doing this. Absolutely no promises. The Serial Experiment Lane board. That board is super cool. I don't have it anymore, but it is super, super cool. What's going on? Why can't I get to this guy? What song is this? I can tell you. Give me 1 second. This song is called Fishbowl by Colin Lim. How about the patina that should not be named? Wait, what? You might have to name this one so I can know what you're talking about. Alex got my Parabolica from the Chinese GB recently, but I had really huge issues with shorting? Oh. What was shorting? Like, what part of it was touching the bottom case? Yeah, I don't recall that happening on my unit. Oh my god, this one particular clip is not clipping. There we go. I got it now. That was weird. Alrighty, stabs are installed. But I heard something about the Type Plus, which is coming soon. Yes! I don't know when Novel Keys is listing them for sale, but soonish. The patina you burnt to a crisp. Oh, the edges? Well, that was my own fault. I didn't know that the patina or that the residue from the glue would matter. I've never done it before. But that was my own fault, dude. I honestly don't mind. I don't think it turned out terrible. Hold on, I'll show you guys. Okay, don't criticize me, guys. Be nice. I still don't think it sounds... I don't think it looks awful. But yeah, it would have been nice if I didn't do that, for sure. I think it looks cool, though. The more I look at it, the more I like it, so... Yeah, I wish I didn't do this, for sure, but it was my own fault. I didn't know. I did not know, dude. There's a few pieces in here I wish I didn't do. But I think also it adds character. Like, it's kind of different, you know? This was raw copper. Was. Now it's patinaed raw copper. Still is technically raw copper. Happy accent? Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm keeping it in this just because I still need to take photos of it, and I haven't done it yet, but... I wish they meant it was 60. I know a lot of people have been saying that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm disappointing some people. Alrighty, let's install our plate and put in some switches. That's the config I want. So that was silver. But I would recommend just getting the full raw one. If you want that kind of config. Mini USB? Dude, I have like one or two Koala. But bro, let me tell you, I have no clue where those cables are. So the few keyboards I have with mini USB, I'd have to order a new cable. I'm kind of glad that cable is long gone from the keyboard hobby. I'm like so over that particular cable. That connection was terrible. They don't hold up. Yeah, I think that's maybe the answer you're looking for. That's why we stopped using them. Yeah, they were awful. These are granite switches. These are the new Type Plus ones. These are the pre-lubricated ones. I'm going to use these on the aluminum today because I actually really like these comboed with aluminum. So, which cables? You guys remember the mini micro or mini USBs? It wasn't USB-C. It was like a rectangle with like two circular edges type thing. Anyways, they were bad. Some people still use them in keyboards, and I never understood why. The mini top? I like the name of that, Daniel. Those were terrible? Yeah. Did the PlayStation 3 have that? Are you sure? I don't recall. Damn, these switches go nice with this plate. How do I do this now? Does it have the things in the back? I should ask Mike if they're going to put little indicators of which goes where on the back of this. These are granite switches. So these are the new Type Plus stuff that I worked with on Type Plus. So they're going to have like a little... I'll show you guys. They'll have like a little namesake engraved here on the top of the switch too. I don't know if you guys can see very well, but it says alexotos. But we worked on these. They're pretty nice. Nice and high quality. Will Novel Keys have any more Keycult Metropolises in stock? No, I think the literal last few probably sold in the warehouse finds. I think that's it for those. No, these will be exclusive to Novel Keys. For now, anyways. I don't know what other vendors will have them in the future. Al is a good choice. Clacky switches on stuff like PC FR4 sound off. I think it also has like a distinct plasticky sound, which I'm just not that into. Like, it's a personal thing, but I'm just not super into the crazy plasticky kind of notes that you get with that, you know? Hammer, what's up, dude? Thank you very much for the kind words, dude. Thank you, thank you. How is that lightsaber not burning through the ground? Oh, it's because I have special material underneath it. Yeah, that's why. Easy peasy. Special material. The factory lube is done a little bit differently here. It's a dry lube, so it's a little different. How long do you think I can stay in this subway without them telling... Oh, I don't know, man. Hopefully you don't get yelled at, but... I mean... Are you just trying to cool off? Dude, it's so fucking hot outside. Will you get the new Rico? I want it so bad, but dude, I gotta calm down with buying things. I actually just got a keyboard, like the ATA, like some of the shipping costs of things have been killing me lately too, so... dry lube, it's essentially like a... How can I word this? It's like a PTFE coating, basically. If that kind of makes sense. It gets applied a little different. So it's kind of like what Rob said. It's very different. I also find, like, if you buy the pre-lubed ones, it's not as easy to remove this. Like, you kind of have to really wipe these down nicely, so the lube kind of stays in place, which is like a good and a bad thing, I suppose. But that's why we're also offering unlubed versions. But I don't know. I very much like these. They're not heavily lubed feeling, which is nice. So, which is great, yeah. Like they don't feel like crazy, like some of the Gatoron switches are hit and miss. Sometimes you get no lube, and sometimes they put the whole. Actually, no, Cherry does that more. Cherry has pretty bad lubricant, so. You can Resident, but I don't personally love it. Like, I've tried it going over with normal lube, and I feel like it's just too much at that point, even with a super thin coat. But I think you guys will like the lube versions a lot, so. Why do you wear AirPods when you do sound tests? Don't you want to hear the sound? I know there's transparency mode. I always take out this ear. If you guys notice, I usually take off the ear and put it back in when I do the sound tests. This is my good ear. I can hear things out of this one here pretty nice. You take them out? Crazy? You guys have a good ear? I have one. One good ear. Oh, this way. I got MX2A from Unikeys. Unfortunately, a lube version. It was so inconsistent. One had full lube on the springs, the other one had nothing. Dude, Cherry and Gatoron are just like, I don't know, man. I think they're fucking around with us, bro. They literally look at the switches and they're like, all right, guys, this is going to be like gambling for everyone who wants lubricated switches. So, didn't Simon have strong things to say about sound tests? I feel like Simon has a lot of strong things to say. I don't disagree with sound tests, by the way. There's too many variables. So I also understand where he's coming from in that sense. But I mean, if you understand someone's computer setup and you understand like how it translates to you, then I think there is a purpose to the sound test. Like, it makes sense. Also, just taking it with a grain of salt, I think, is just important. But isn't Cherry Lube only on the center pole? No, Cherry Lube is like at the base of the spring too, and sometimes they fill the whole bottom of the switch. Dude, who was it? Was it in it? Someone in chat showed us that their Cherry switch, it was so disgusting. Their bottom of the switch was just filled with lubricant. Like, it was like the full half of the bottom, like, housing was filled with lube. It was crazy because he had to scoop it out. It was so nasty. I don't even understand how that happens. Like, at what point did the machine just fail, and then did they not get checked or something? The cherry lubing machine was excited that day? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Yeah, if you're building it with 7U, it's a bit different. This is only 2 on the bottom left. Isn't that most cherry pre-lubed? Well, yeah, they're all bad. But I think, and it had like the worst copy I've ever seen, dude. I opened up a Y1X yesterday and it was covered in lube. Yeah, unfortunately, anything pre-lubricated will always have some level of inconsistencies I've seen. So it's an unfortunate gamble you got to take. I bought some of their newer switches from Gatoron. It hasn't been bad. Gatoron's hit and miss. I've seen some really good things from Gatoron, but then there's also been some really, really, really bad things from Gatoron. Like, Gatoron, for me, has just been hit and miss, dude. Purely hit and miss. My goat is streaming? Hi, GameTO. How you doing, dude? Cherry staff goon too hard? Huh? I don't want to think about that. Favorite Switch? Oh, I don't know if it's cherry anymore. So not after that comment. How come dry cherry isn't like true dry cherry though? It's a real good question. I'm not too sure how to answer that one. Who knows? I don't know. Which HE/EC board do you use for gaming? Believe it or not, I don't use a Hall Effect board. I use that new, well, not new. I use the inductive Ducky keyboard. Their gaming 1X, the Mini 1X. But again, nuanced answer here because I feel like it's important to talk about this. I also use my other computer, like my gaming station. I sometimes answer emails. I don't like having to swap keyboards. Like, I want to just keep one computer or one keyboard on that computer. So I found that I like gaming with that particular one. And how the fuck do I do this? That Ducky 1X actually works pretty well for writing out emails too. I find with the wooting that I have, that I'm kind of the opposite, where I don't like having... I only like having the wooting for playing games. Like, I don't like writing emails with it. I don't like using it for anything but playing games. So I found that it's a good compromise for me to have the Ducky. Also, I'm going to use the restroom really quick, guys, and then we'll put this together. So give me one moment. Dude, our AC has been putting in overtime. It hasn't stopped like operating today, which is a bit concerning, but I guess we'll see. Enjoy the angry coworkers, or hopefully it's not too bad. There was once an God, what emote's this? Is this the Otos emote? Who built keyboards from 40s to Alice. His streams are the GOAT. He keeps the hobby afloat. Bro, I don't know if I keep the hobby afloat. You guys are too kind when you say stuff like that. I feel like I just build things. Is white an option in the GB for this one? Yes. E-white will be an option. Oh, what bit do I need? This bit. This is a copper bottom, but there will be brass, and there will also just be regular anodized pieces as well. Again, my experience with Keycult number ones, you usually don't need the copper. In fact, I feel like with most of the Keycult number ones, I actually prefer... Because I used to have a stainless one. I actually preferred the aluminum one, but we're going to try the copper today. Didn't I build with Type Rs like recently? I feel like I did, but I have another batch coming in. In fact, they already might be in that I'm building for a client. So, what was that? My phone. Oh. I'd kill for a normal 100% Keycult. I feel like the 1800 is pretty close. The looping of switches would be pretty crazy. A friend of mine sent me a Morgan J reel. He's quite unhinged. Yeah, Morgan J is funny, but I think, like with, I don't know, for me, like I don't, all the humor doesn't resonate with me completely, but, oh god, this is freaking heavy. Do I need to take off the bot? I do need to take off this. Ooh, that is a giant chunk of copper. God damn. Different bit, right? Different bit. This is a giant chunk, my guy. Alex, what are the wooding made... Wait, sorry. What about the wooding made unenjoyable? It's just the sound of the switches, man. Like, maybe I'd have better luck if I modded those particular switches or tried a different Hall effect switch. But I thoroughly did not enjoy Hall effect switches for... I mean, realistically, on almost all Hall effect stuff I've tried, I haven't really enjoyed it for, like, long-term typing experiences. It's just not my cup of tea. It doesn't sound super great. So... maybe eventually I'll like it, but right now I haven't. Could you do a whole stream with auto-tune? Damn. For realsies? So I don't know. Bit of a late response, 100%. I know what to expect at your sound tests and how they will translate. That's why I get why Simon might not love them, but since I followed your content and picked up plenty of things you've shown off, they're personally really useful to me. Yeah, I think like how they translate, like if you know how someone's setup sounds and how it translates to yours, like it's useful, right? But yeah, outside of that, like people can manipulate sound tests. There's always been like that fear many people have had, so I get it, dude. I understand. There's a silent HE switch. Is there? I don't know. It's also the feeling of HE switches. Like, to me, I don't love them either, so... it's a mixed bag of things. Alright, how the hell am I going to take this off now? Let's be very careful doing this so I don't scratch anything. What are your preferred Manta plate bottom case? Oh, I just like the standard aluminum with either the stainless weight, like the fin, or the copper fin.
Are we doing the pizza grease lube today?
Huh? Pizza grease lube? Excuse me? Not that I know of. You forgot a stab? Who said that? Was it Annette? Ben. You know who did pizza grease lube at one point? It was, you guys remember Clavier? He actually lubed a whole switch. I think maybe a batch of switches. I'm not too sure now if it was one switch, but he did pizza grease. I don't know why. Don't ask me, but he did. He did it a long time ago. All right, let's unscrew these. I feel like that might have been centuries ago at this point, though. Why? It's a good question. He did something gross with it afterwards, though, so... moldy switches? Well... I don't know if I'm molded. I don't want to talk about it. Well, there'll be a number 2 1800. I don't know. Honestly, I kind of don't want a number 2 1800. If I'm being real, I don't think that would look super great. Do you guys think a number 2 1800 would look good? I'm not too sold on the idea. Where did I put the daughter board? Oh, there it is. A number 2 100% IMO is my dream. Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's just because I definitely have some bias towards the number 1 design more. Like, I think it's a nicer overall design, but everyone has different preferences. I've said this for ages, though, that I prefer the number 1. But it seems like you guys like a lot of people like the number 2s more. So, different preferences, different flavors, you know? Yeah, I don't remember. What board did I use Type R's on? I feel like I did it sort of recent. I love my number 265. I think it's just, you know what took it out for me? I don't love assembling number 265s. I think that's why I prefer the number 1s. Plus, I think the general aesthetic, I like the idea of visible screws. I like the bottom of the number 1s. I think it's way sexier, dude. What mouse is this? The WL Beast something Max. I haven't really been gaming with this one here too much, so I don't have like a true opinion on this yet. So, I'm getting there. Ooh. Is this going to be tough to put the cable in? I'm kind of nervous. I hope not. Maybe a bit tough. Okay, I'm gonna have to really focus up right now. Hold on, I think I can do this. Steel case is better than aluminum? Steel? There we go, got it. Perfect. Easy peasy. Did it. The number 2 Vickery is still one of my dream boards. Is that the... I feel like there's a few Vickery ones. Which one was the Vickery color again? I had a special edition number 165 that I really liked, that I ended up giving to Chozo, which I smudge, I'm smudge about a little bit, but does this have the genuine not TKL, KC build experience? This one? No, this is a bit more refined. I feel like this actually is not a bad experience at all. This is like pretty good, but I don't know if the cable will be a pain in the ass like most Keycults. This is my first time building an 1800, so well, the Keycult 1800, I should say. I should clarify. The black one with the machining on the back. Oh, that one, dude. That one there's pretty nice. I agree. I have had the all black Keycult with the stainless steel, like full blacked out number 165. I loved that thing to death. But I wasn't using it as much as my other number 1 at the time, which I kind of regret even giving. I gave away both of them because I was like, yes, I have the number 2, nothing else matters. And then I realized how much I actually preferred the other one, so. Alright, let's see. Is this going to be a pain in the butt? We shall find out. I feel like a little bit, but we're going to figure out a good way to do this. More people need to adopt pogo pins of some sort. I'm not particularly updated on keyboards per se as to how they sound, but I'm still interested in the Zero. The Zero's nice, man. I liked the Zero a lot. Alright, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's pretty simple. You just gotta angle it. Alrighty, so that's installed. Interesting what they did with the... This kind of floats in place over there. Alright. And then as per usual with Keycult stuff, I don't bother with any of those little alignment pegs. I think they're dumb. Let's screw this one. This does look sharp with white and copper, though. No, we did giveaways for the Shelby 80 and the Andromeda keyboards. I have my own copy of that, like the one that I purchased, but I haven't really used it in quite some time. I feel like I should use it though, but I haven't really worked up my my willpower to use that board. I want to rebuild it, that's why. When Flame Patina? Bruh. Guys, that was a one-time thing. I'm pretty sure I need to practice more before I do that to boards. Yeah, the F and F one. I need to practice, man. Not confident in my flame patina skills. Alex is the kind of guy to have 9 screws sitting on his desk instead of using varying screw trays. Shit, don't look at the 1 screw tray I got, bro. Don't do that to me. Who uses 1800? Well, if this sounds good, I'll use it for a bit until I have to send it back. I'm gonna try my best, man. Are there little brass copper pieces you can practice on? I have some old ones, honestly, that I probably have some sort of like old pieces that I can like screw up and not have to stress too much about, but I have to go find them. But I do want to try. I also, listen, I used a small torch last time, dude. I need a bigger torch. The torch I have is puny. It's meant for like, I don't even know what it's meant for, but it's not really practical for what we're doing. Ugh. All right, what do we think? What do we think? The white and copper is really sharp, though, I got to admit. I do like the white and copper on this. This is nice. This is heavy, man. All right, keycaps. Now comes the real question, huh? Which keycaps do we want? I can send you my mode loop weight for practice. No, crummy, I could never, man. I don't want to screw it up. I was thinking redacted as well. I'm down for redacted if you guys are. Striker would be interesting. I don't know, I kind of feel like redacted would be really clean on this. Just like do something super clean, you know? Are we down for like super clean? A deep pain of FOMO? Shit, maybe we gotta do that then. We gotta get FOMO. Actually, where is my redacted set? Do I even have the numpad for redacted? I don't have copper, unfortunately. I mean, I do. If you guys are down, we can do this. Or, hold on, there's other stuff we could do. I have some copper envoy weight you could... Oh, I also have like 1 or 2. I have some of those. Don't even stress, Resident. I really appreciate it, but... Mars Cadet, my bad? Do you guys want Mars Cadet? I think that's actually a pretty sick combo as well. Here, let me get it. I think that'd be nice. I mean, it's honestly, it's E-white. Literally anything will work on this. We can literally pick whatever we want. And we'll be good. This would slap, and I think this gives it some nice contrast too, no? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is nice. Plus the stabs are orange too, so this kind of works. I'm already liking the way these feel. Like, I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna be. Let's wait. Let's wait till I put it together. I don't even know if I did the bottom row right. We'll figure it out. This is hot swap anyways, so I'm not stressed. Matching stabs to keycaps are a must. Bro, I agree. They're still working on color matching for MTNU Copper, but it's expected by Q3. Yeah, it's soon, right? I'm pretty positive. Ooh, I like the way these feel. Yeah, I'm in a good spot. I like these switches on aluminum. I think these switches pair with aluminum so well. So I think this overall combination is a really good combination here. I have everything for this, right? Yeah, okay, we're good, we're good. I'm like panicking, thinking I'm missing things for this. What do you think about the F284 with carbon plate? Very pretty. I think, didn't I build an F2 with a carbon plate? I'm pretty sure. I think. I'm not sure now. Actually, I want to double check the bottom row here. I don't know if I did the bottom row right for this. This or the Austin? Well, they're very different price points. I'll tell you that much. This is very expensive compared, but I will say I do think... I'm a little biased. I think the Keycult has a very classy design in which resonates with me, but depends on what you like too, right? Everyone's a bit different. Control. This or the Rukia, bruh. I'd go with dude, Rukia any day of the week, you know what I mean? For all intents and purposes, I am joking. Rukia or Noxary 380? I prefer the Rama keyboards instead. Can you recommend any solid Prelude low pitch switches? Well, probably most stuff from Keygeek nowadays. If you want, yeah, Blue Cheese. What were those other ones we tried recently too? They're also from Keygeek, I think. Were they the little ghost switches or something? Those were also pretty damn deep too. I think those are probably the way you want to go. Also, I might open this back up and remove the gasket underneath the spacebar here. Because of your recommendation of the Rukia, I just jumped on a GB sales bot. Damn, my boy. That is crazy. Y3's slap. Got some Y2s. They're supposed to be even deeper. Really? The Y3s? Or sorry, the Y2s are deeper? Have I tried Y2s? This or the Monsgeek M2? I haven't tried. Honestly, I've never tried Monsgeek stuff, so I couldn't even give you like a real answer here. Unikey said they're deeper? Interesting. Very interesting. Dude, I'm gonna head out now. Bye, Gantio. Take care, dude. Actually, this combination's looking cool. This is definitely a very cool combination here. Unikey said they're deep. Oh, right there. Y2s just came out like a week ago? Really? Honestly, I don't really recall. There's too many switches that come out too quickly. I lose track way too fast. They're a little different. They have a metal insert and a cutout. Wait, which ones do? That sounds interesting, actually. I like when people do random stuff like that to switches. It's kind of fun. My Mars Cadet set is chilling on my Sauna right now. It's a great match. It's a fun set. I gotta admit, it is a very fun set. I put some Invokey Matcha Reserves in the Encore Round 2 with GMK Dandy, and they're very nice. Invokey Matcha Reserves in my Encore Round 2. Oh, nice. That sounds like a nice combo. The Invokey stuff has always been pretty well stock lubricated as well. Wait, no. I'm doing this wrong. These are supposed to go one down. Shows you how often I use numpads. That really goes to show you. Also, I'm thinking we take this apart too and try one with the copper base and one with the aluminum base too. Or maybe we won't need to. Maybe we won't need to. Maybe this will sound insanely good. We'll see. I totally messed this up and put these up here. God damn it. I'm doing it all wrong right now. What are those containers you use to store your switches? Oh, when I do use containers, they're the ones that if you type in !kit, they're those ones. I'd be lying if I told you guys I remember what brand they are. I think it's like Iris or something, the brand, or something like that. Let's do prints. Oh, there's an F13 key. Let me use the F13 key instead. No, this is an 1800, so... Oh, wait, you want to use the 00 instead, you said? You can have a 00 key? I don't think we do. F13, where the fuck is it? F13. Pause. Alright, looks good. It's on the bottom tray? Where? Streamer looked? Whatever. That's crazy you do that to me. That's actually crazy. Alright. You guys like it? Did it turn out nice? I think this looks good. I think this looks pretty nice. I'm into this. This is heavy. This is so heavy with the copper. Very different sound signature than I was expecting with the copper bottom here. I actually really like this too. I do think I'd probably personally prefer the aluminum bottom on this, because I feel like it's missing some of the pop that I kind of want. But I was going to say what Rob just said too. This is a little brighter than I expected with the copper bottom. I really like the spacebar a lot. I don't think the spacebar needs to be louder here. You guys, if you guys want me to try a louder spacebar, I personally am super happy with the spacebar here. But we can try like a cherry switch, an MX2A, if you guys would like. But I'm really into the spacebar sound. Let me get an MX2A. Do I have one like just readily available though? I do, right here. Okay, personally, I kind of liked it more with the not as sharp spacebar here, oddly enough. No, Sumo, these were all factory loop switches. I mean, this is a really good sounding board. Do you guys like the alphas on these? I'm actually really vibing with the alphas here. Yeah, the alphas sound really good on this board. I mean, the numpad sounds really full as well. Again, I also want to point out, I know for a fact these particular switches are a lot fuller sounding. They're not as bright sounding as most other switches, but I feel like these switches are doing a lot to complement the alphas here. So yeah, they're full travel. And then we're using the cherry switch for the spacebar. I kind of almost personally, personal preference, you guys can pick whatever you guys like at the end of the day. I almost kind of liked this switch better. Let me just pick a different one just in case. I feel like the lower, more rounded sound profile for the spacebar here. I don't know why. I'm kind of enjoying both, actually, now that I go back and forth. Yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying both. I think the cherry was a little too bright. But here, I'll put a cherry on one of the alphas as well, so you guys can see. Actually, I'll put the cherry on the K, so you guys compare it to the L. Yes, there'll be a YouTube with all the specs. Like, it's already technically on YouTube, because it's recording to YouTube as well, but I will do a full breakdown here, probably, like, way later in the afternoon when I take some photos. Here, H versus the K. So the granite switch versus the cherry. Cherry's on K, granite switch on H. Ready? You can tell the top out's different. The top out's very different on both of these switches. This almost has a more, not muted, I feel like that's a bad way to put this. The top out of the granite switches are a bit more calm. They're not as like sharp and aggressive. The cherry's a bit more aggressive. Even with the spacebar you guys saw earlier. It's less aggressive, has a softer top out. Yeah, it's more subtle is a good word, actually. It's a perfect word. I do have a Nixie to compare. Let's use a Nixie for the spacebar as well. I'm scared to take my keyboard to work because I'm afraid of being judged spending money on triple. Dude, if people judge you, then they have nothing else going on. That's the way I've kind of learned things too. If people are judging you for trivial, what they deem as trivial, then what do they have to? What do they know? It's interesting. The Nixie's along the same sound profile as the other Milky top switch. I think they both sound really good, so I don't know, man. I think so far we're kind of 3 for 3 on this. I think all three of them sounded fine in my opinion, but the Granite is Type Plus. That's the manufacturer. So the same people making those Type Plus stabs are making these particular things too. All right, well, I'm overall very happy. Maybe we'll do a second build with this. Maybe I kind of want to do a second build with totally... Oh, geez. These switches. These cherry switches get disintegrated sometimes, though. Worst case scenario is that they say they don't like it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what if they don't? If they don't like it, they don't like it. What are you supposed to do? You can't do nothing. And no one should stress. Well, okay, I think what I want to do for this, maybe I'll pick a second day to stream this week for this particular board. And I'll pick a totally different switch. Maybe we'll do like a tactile switch. Quite nice. Again, expensive, but quite nice. I think I really like this. This is actually, I don't know, the 1800 layout's cool too. Like, it gives you everything you need. It's not as long. I like it. It's cool. I like it a lot. Can't go wrong with tactiles. Yeah, I mean, I need to order a second batch now of Type Rs, so maybe I just make a big order from Unikeys or something. So, all right, though, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Hopefully it was kind of fun. We did a quick 2 builds. Thanks for the stream, Alex. thank you. Oh, wrong button. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys. The big Lucky tactiles are actually really nice too. I could, if I have enough, I could use those too. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Please, everyone, stay cool because it is going to get extremely warm today. It's already extremely warm, so just, again, try to relax a little bit maybe. But let's go find someone to raid. I don't know if anyone's doing keyboard stuff. Probably not. I don't know. Mango keeps this. Let's go raid Mango. Yeah, enjoy, guys. Stay cool. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys were interested in this board, this is not plugged in. Interested in this board, Novelties will have it. If you guys are interested in the other one, Zoom DYNA, that's on Melotrix's website. I think they just started their second round of pre-orders. I'll be live tomorrow again anyways. We're streaming a lot this week again, so should be fun. I got a lot of other boards coming up. I'm gonna go eat something, and then I'm gonna get some more water because I feel like today's gonna need hydration. Enjoy, guys. Take care, and I love you all. Bye bye.